pretty nice one. It takes a couple of mundane days to get everything prepared and packed for a trip like this, and then once at camp, all the gear piles out and it looks like the same unorganized mess that was in my garage prior to packing all of it. And I think it's about time to get after them. Come along, here on Let Outside. Whoa, he hit right at the boat. Second I turn the camera on, oh, he spit it. It is virtually impossible to fish with this spinnerbait right now because of the weeds. Mid to late September, and they're still up really high. So the second this thing hits the water, I've got to start reeling, and it seems even when I do that, I'm just getting hung up and the fish won't take it when it's dragging a bunch of weeds. So probably have to switch over to a Senko or some other plan. Fishing this rubber frog. Put a stinger on the back. Been missing too many fish, so hopefully that works. Let's send it out there and see if we can get some attention. Just caught one on it a minute ago. Had a problem with the GoPro though. Usually let it set for just a few seconds before I start my retrieve. Drawback to that stinger is it gets hung up a little bit more. Flipping Senkos. Took the Senko. One. Maybe 2 pounds, 2.5. Oh. Oh. Another one on the Senko. Almost looked like a foul hooked it or something. No? I'd be a little angry too. Looks like I got him right in the tongue. Senko bass. Pretty. Pound, pound and a half. Oh, hit the blue salamander. I'll twist it up. threw that just to see what would happen, and it worked. Blue salamander again. Well, I found this deeper channel in the lake, and that seems to be the ticket. There's no weeds poking up to the surface of the water, and I know it to be deeper down here, so I came down to investigate, and it paid off. It's got a bunch of weeds on them. Makes them feel twice as big. Looks like Oscar the Grouch. I think there's a fish in there somewhere. Oh yeah. Goofball's got himself all dressed up for Halloween. That's a bigger one. 2.5. Would have been 3 in the spring if that's a female. That's a nice bass. Well, the bite turned on around 2. Rigging up another Cinco. They've just been working really well today, and that's not unusual on this pond. These usually do very well, depending on the situation, but they're bait to be chosen. It's not an automatic. It's kind of a try to get a feel for what's going on in the water and make an adjustment. My own flipper darn near scared me out of my pants right there. Oh, nice bass. Hit the Senko. It's got that bulldog shape. Love that. Oh, I hope I didn't kill him. He's got that hook deep in there. Oh, he's strong. It's a nice bass. Oh yeah. 2 pounds, 2.5 maybe. Whoa. Fortunately, this bass is probably dead, but I don't know. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Circle of life. Something will eat him if he dies. I got stymied by some high winds this morning, so I decided to make a late morning snack. See if this wind dies down a little bit and we'll get back after the fish. But here's what I got going on. We're doing a lox, bagel, and cream cheese, but with a bit of a twist in a few areas. Adding capers, organic capers, stuck it to the cheese. This is actually goat cheese, but it's garlic and herb. So good. Smear that all over the bagels. And some salmon that I smoked on my big green egg at home. Brought it up here. That's going on there. Onion, cucumber, tomato. Let's put this thing together. and some tomato, and an onion. Better brush my teeth after this. And cucumber. And right on top, oop, everything's coming apart. That's what it does. That was two of those bites where your mouth wasn't quite ready for the flavors that were going to hit it, and all your taste buds and your whole mouth just does that weird tingly thing. Just missed him. He's right there though. There he is. Oh. Evening bass on a fly on the surface. It's fighting like one. That was a cool take. Gotten himself down into those weeds. I think I'm gonna have to retrieve him. Oh, he got off. And then two amazing things happened. I put the GoPro into a GoPro foam floaty because I was going to film from a different perspective and I didn't want the camera to sink if it fell in. Little did I know that this floaty eventually causes the camera to overheat and shut down if the camera is not submerged. Which is exactly what happened the moment before the second biggest fish of the day hammered my fly. I boated it and I think it was almost 4 pounds. So then I let the camera and battery cool down, then put it all back together and put them into a waterproof case with a bright tether attached so that if it fell in the drink, I could come back the next morning and retrieve it. But I think the case muffled the low battery warning coming from the camera because I didn't hear it, and right as the shutdown beep started ringing, the largest bass of the evening hit my fly with, I don't know, unbridled prejudice. It was a violent explosion, and the thing came 3 feet out of the water.